I want to say hi again everybody, it's only me, Wushu Richard. I'm covered in sweat. I've been outside in the burning heat today in the sunshine. It's tropical weather. Look at this beautiful view here from on the top of this building here. Wow, you know, the whole world out there. Tropical, as I say, you can see a lot of tropical palm trees there and stuff. Beautiful view. You know, there's a whole world out there, so always stay positive in yourself is what I want to say to everybody, okay? That's all I really want to say. The world is, you know, vast, okay? So you never know what could be behind a locked door, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying though, you know, okay, you know, I live just down that street anyway, but I'm just saying, you know, here we are, you know, and there's mountains over the back, got the blue sky, burning hot tropical sunny day. I've been working out just here. I've been just training here, there's nobody here, it's a quiet place. So I've been doing my training, working out, martial arts. I've done a workout this morning. Anytime you get a bit of a chance, you can do some working out. And you can do some studying of your martial arts and what you're actually practicing and think about the moves you know and what you're actually doing. Now in this video I just want to say something, okay, is this, okay, it's a nice day today. I want to just say to everybody, okay, watching this, is this, the thing to the point, the main point I want to say is, don't, okay, listen to me here, don't get the wrong idea about martial arts. A lot of people get the wrong idea. A lot of people train with a funny way of thinking. Lots of people think that you have to work on certain aspects, like, and that's it. It's like they focus too much on strength, you know, strength training, or they'll focus on, like, you know, you want to be a kung fu man, okay, you've got to be hard, you know. So it's like, for me, let's say for example, right, I could make loads of videos, couldn't I, teaching you about how to be so flexible. I could make videos on strength, although I'm not the most strongest person, you know, I could make videos about strength exercises. I could make videos about where you just see me constantly punching concrete walls. Not crazy breaking my hands, but like gradually, because that's what I do. I do some training on walls and trees. I train my forearms to be tough, okay? Gradually training my blocks and everything to make it real. But if I was to show you that, if I was to show you me punching and kicking walls or training my arms and my locks and my blocks on walls and trees and showing you that, like, you know, people might get the wrong idea. The people that do actually take to that and say, you know what, that's good training, that's not ridiculous. The people that do look at it, some people in this world will get the wrong idea and they will think that that's all there is to martial arts. You've got to smash yourself up, you've got to, you know what I mean, go at it and you've got to be tough. That's kind of like a similar way of thinking to what they've got in MMA. I mean, you ask any MMA fighter or anyone, right? I mean, you could say any traditional martial artist too, like Kung Fu or Karate or whatever. But I'm saying, let's say MMA, because it's like the main thing, UFC, MMA guys, right, in the modern day, all this. You could ask any of them, do you think, like a skinny guy like me, right, what do you think they're going to say to me? I'm living in a daydream, they'll say, come on, you need to be tougher than that. And yeah, we all can be stronger, we all can do different kinds of working out, become more stronger or physically fit in different ways, but it's like, people, they don't see the power of true traditional martial arts. And the thing is, like, a lot of these MMA guys and tough guys, no offense, I'm just saying, a lot of them, most of them, I'm sure, they will say to you in this world, yeah, you need to be tough if you're going to be an MMA, if you're going to be a martial artist. Even if you left the word mixed out, just a martial artist, because in their mind, that's what there is. Mixed martial arts is the only realistic, real proven, you know, MMA tactical good fighting. That's what they think for the most part. Well, that's so good, otherwise why would so many people take to it? Why it's so useful? So these people, a lot of these people will probably say, it's very likely, I'm sure, will say to most people, you're going to need to be tougher. Look, you don't have much muscle on your body, you need to put some meat on your arms, you need to be tough, you need to go down the gym. Do you know any MMA guys who don't go down the gym? The gym, you know, some gymnasium to do some weights and use the machines, bodybuilding to some degree, let alone your steroids and all these fucking shit people are on. So, you know what I'm trying to say? Most of these people, really, I'm telling you the truth, most of these people will say, you need to take some kind of, so you need to go to the gym and do weights, or at least go at home and, you know, get yourself a full bodybuilding set and that. In my house, I've got some weights, some dumbbells. I'm not the toughest guy. Fair enough, I've been pretty lazy. I was doing a lot of it before, but it's like, for a good few weeks, but I should get back on it and do some. But it's like, you should and you can if you want. It's that kind of a thing. But it's like, with me, traditional martial arts is not all about that anyway. And everyone can learn the techniques in the martial arts. Is like, you've got a different kind of power. It's inner power, and there's strength in the training anyway. I mean, different kinds of working out. It's like gymnastics. Gymnastic people, they don't need to go down the gym in terms of to do bodybuilding. You see what I'm trying to say? And I'm just saying, right, a lot of MMA guys you see though, for whatever different training they do, even training they do that's not bodybuilding, but it's a lot of the stuff they do though is like different kind of training. It's like geared towards building themselves up to be big and tough, like a wrestler, right? They got jiu-jitsu, yeah, they say traditional techniques, but it's more like jiu-jitsu, ground fighting. It's more like there's some technique, there's some leverage, yeah. Some of the guys you see are slightly more slim, but most of them are really big and tough, and they're big, brute, tough fighters. Not only in their mental mindset, fight all the time, but also for their actual body physique. They're like bigger, tougher in their body, and that's what they see it. They see that that's the only way you should be in martial arts. They see it like, you know, you've got to be big and tough. That's what they think martial arts is. It's like wrestling basically, with some stand up and some ground fighting, and then fast, strong kicks, and they're agile. And fair enough, they can do the punching, kicking like Muay Thai, and that's basically what you see most of the time. Some of them I've seen flexible stuff. I've seen strong, flexible flying, spinning kicks. You see that. But you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know if you understand me, but they get the wrong idea. And what I'm trying to say is, you see, there's a similar kind of thing like I was saying to you with the Kung Fu. In their mind, these people in MMA, they said, they're just thinking about toughness. They don't get the right idea. Now, you've got to be tough to a degree in the martial arts. I could be a lot tougher in myself, in my mind and body, in a lot of different ways. But it's like, I train traditional martial arts, and I'm not trying to get in the ring anyway, I'll do this or that. I'm training for real life, though, hopefully to avoid any kind of fight. You might say I'm a coward or this or that, but I try to avoid any kind of fight, because I'm a human being. Nobody wants to put themselves at risk. And you train a real training for the defense of your life. So you've got to train real, and we can all train a bit more real and better. We should be for the defense of our lives. In case someone does try to hurt us, let alone kill us, you know, we have to train really hard. All right? Knowledge. Now, what I'm trying to say is traditional martial arts is about the technique and different kind of movements. Like, as I say, like gymnastics, kind of, it's a different kind of flow of the movements and how you move and how you fight. You know, I could teach. I know damn well in my heart, I know I could teach so much. I'm not boasting, but I could teach so much martial arts to a lot of to people that haven't known it. Anyone can teach a lot to someone who doesn't know what they do. Fair enough, and individuals in general, isn't that? And different groups. But what I'm trying to say is, individuals, right? Isn't that individual? What I'm trying to say. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, you know, I know damn well in my heart, I know I could teach so much to the most fittest people. They could be footballers, they could be basketball players, they could be gymnastic people, men or women, even the people you see in the Olympics, gymnastic women and stuff, or men or women. I'm just saying, anyone, right? You see what I'm trying to say? Let alone MMA cage fighters. I know damn well I could teach them so much about Kung Fu and martial arts and self-defense and how to move their body in different discipline and different kind of exercise workouts and things that they will find difficult. Do it to all levels, be it strength, balance, flexibility, and then other things like coordination, understanding, alignment, the hard, the soft, what muscles to relax, what muscles to strengthen, and then how you use this to fight, and then the actual art of it and the actual all of the complexity you must in the martial art, but then going beyond that level, how to use that in a realistic way of fighting, and then after that, let alone just learning simple self-defense tactics, what I could teach people too, but it's like, the people that think they know it all about fighting, you know, they could learn so much about traditional martial arts by learning from someone who knows something about traditional martial arts. And I know a bit, is what I'm trying to say. I've studied in my damn life. And what I'm trying to say is, you know, true traditional martial arts is not about one aspect, is what I'm trying to say. That's why I share and make these videos. Otherwise, what the hell am I going on about? You don't have much to share after a while, you know. It's like, after 3 days without reading, talk becomes flavourless, they say. So maybe that's why a lot of videos are flavourless, and I need a damn shave. But no, I'm just joking, you know. You've always got more to share, but you've always got to keep studying what you're training. And I advise everybody to study what they're practicing and look into the world and, you know, what's there. You know, with real martial arts, though, I'm being real and honest with everybody, okay, here. There's a whole world out there. Look beyond, man, beyond the horizon, you know. It's a beautiful view. Everything seems to add up to a beautiful circle, the way this video's ending now. Nah, yin and yang. But I'm just saying, really though, you know, if I was to make a video just focusing on one area, like pounding concrete, punching and kicking, you know, you'd get the wrong idea. People would think that, oh, that's what it's about, being tough and all this and that. You can be such an amazing martial arts fighter by learning the techniques and the art in it. It's an art. People should never, ever mix up MMA and traditional martial arts, and I think so many people will agree with that, even those people, for the wrong reasons. But I'm saying, you know, because it's a different thing. A lot of people don't understand it. A lot of like people in today's modern society too, the youth, you know, and plus the yobs and thugs in this world, they haven't even got the patience to do something like that. And don't forget also, martial arts is more deeper than just a fighting art. It's also for traditional martial arts about your whole life and cleaning yourself out, trying to imbalance yourself. So if there's people that want to learn fighting techniques and fighting styles, just to learn a fighting style, how to beat someone down, how to wrestle someone down, or then they're not whole in themselves anyway, they're just so focused on that. Someone who is so focused on one point, one thing, is going to be so empty, so open to everything else. You'd rather, nobody can be perfect on one thing anyway, you see what I'm trying to say, and so stubborn as such. You've got to be focused, really focused on what you're doing, on your arts, various arts, to good degrees to improve your abilities. But don't give your whole life up. You give up your whole life to one thing, maybe it's like anything, you know. You can leave yourself open to so many other areas. Always keep your mind open to the world and the beauty of life. Martial arts isn't trying to teach you, train you, turn you into a crazy person, or just a fighter and that's it. No matter how you fight, big tough MMA guy or traditional, whatever you call it, beautiful flowery kung fu, or real good martial arts, kung fu, whatever you want to say it, right? So any kind of style, it's like, you know what I'm trying to say, there's more to life than Olympic, whatever you do, karate, taekwondo, whatever. Life is the most beautiful thing. And you know, traditional martial arts is supposed to be an open door, like a teaching, like a door that's trying to open your mind, you know. That's what it's basically about. It's not like these people think you just go into a cage in the ring and just lay there with all your muscles, some of the legs wrapped around you, people beating blood out of each other's head, and to become the #1 champion of whatever decade it was, and then one day we're all going to be old. You know, and then people who get, you know, severe head injuries and brain problems with through boxing and stuff. Anyway, I support all of the arts. Don't get me wrong, you know, for the different aspects. They can all kind of exercise, working out and combat training can train you to be stronger in your mind and body, and they'll help you, and it'll grab across. It'll make you more of a warrior. It'll make you stronger, like all sports and fitness, for all different areas of your life. It'll help you as a person. That's damn true, okay? But what I'm trying to say is, okay, it's different. It's different. That's like anything. You could say that about anything. You could say working on a building site your whole life. Building sites. You could say sitting there playing a game of chess your damn whole life, playing one game of chess. You could say, you know what I'm saying? You could be playing basketball your whole life, but it's different. That's just like playing, buying the time. Kung Fu is like, it takes a lot of time to train, but Kung Fu and traditional martial arts is teaching you to realise the not to waste your time focusing on just fighting and focusing on just pain. It's like giving you the focus on the pain. You have to train, beat yourself and all that, you know, overcome yourself and all that, and challenge yourself. But it's like teaching you to not be a madman or just focus on one thing. People or women, there's people that do the MMA and all this, you know, cage fighting or whatever it might be, and that's all there is to it. They know that they're a tough fighter. They know they can take anybody on. Yes, so damn what? You might be living in a forest somewhere, you might be living in nature somewhere, in the peace and quiet, you know, anyone, like I'm standing here right now, and you might say to yourself, you know, I can beat anybody in the world, but you can't be like that, with that attitude, and it's like, so what, you might not need that. If you can live a happily, peaceful, happy life, that's the main thing. But if you want to be good at something, you've got to study all different areas of it, and if you want to be an all-rounded human being, you've got to give your time to relax and give space to other things too. Don't be so focused on one thing and that's it. And the same as in the areas of the training too. If you spend your time just pumping up your muscles all day, like an MMA guy, right? He's not even going to be a good fighter if he doesn't spend more time training his movements, right? Same thing. So in traditional martial arts, it's the same thing. There's a lot of young people. You've had young people over the years, even here in China or in different places too. There's been young people that have been inspired by people like Bruce Lee or whatever films they've seen, or in Thailand or whatever different martial arts, you know, traditional martial arts, but there's been people and young people that have just taken it out on their bodies. They've just been hitting bags all day, trees, whatever, conditioning, punching stuff, lifting weights and stuff, you know, and they've not, you know, trained the skills deep enough. And the more skills you learn in arts and abilities in your life, and creativity rather than destruction, and studying what's there and what it's all about, you learn more beauty, and you learn about what life is, and you learn to relax, and a certain calmness comes over you. that will help make you become more naturally focused and stronger to when you do your hard training, martial arts training. See what I'm trying to say? So martial arts training is not something to take you out of yourself and put you into a fucking army, robotic or futuristic suit of war. No, it's not teaching you that. It's teaching you to be free and relaxed. It's teaching you to be like, how can I say that? So free in yourself, like, you know what I mean? I'm going to stop this video here. I want to say thank you so much for watching. Take care, train hard and stay safe. I was making some videos here for you today, okay, showing you a few moves of my training, basic, and I say very basic Bhagwar training that I've learned in the past, and aspects of Bhagwar that I have incorporated into my training or put into my training as I've developed over the years in martial arts and Kung Fu specifically. And I also showed you in the last video a few different Bhagwar type moves that I've learned recently too, and different palm methods and like the snake style like Bhagwar as well. And but you know, I don't know even less about that. But it's like what I do is I incorporate a lot of training into my training anyway. As you know, I incorporate all the different styles: boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, right, Aikido, Hapkido, ninjutsu, even whatever I see, if I think it's useful, I see a technique and I'll try and pick up bits and pieces, whatever I see, even stuff online, Krav Maga, whatever it might be, I might pick that up, put it in. But my training, you know, I've got experience in basic kicking, so I respect Taekwondo, I respect Hapkido. I've done kickboxing in the past, hardcore training. I've done karate, you know, long fist wushu, basic qigong. But the main styles, as I say, for me, I like I've done 5 animal kung fu, as I say. I incorporate a lot more crane than tiger, but I like them all. Animal styles. My main style was Wing Chun, as I said, my main style that I always practice, and I've got my own flows, and also some Tai Chi, and I incorporate some Tai Chi or Tai Chi into my Wing Chun when I'm training. That's my way of training. And what I've noticed is there's so much circle stepping, and what I like to do, my way of flowing, I don't just do like Tai Chi forms that I used to train a little bit before now, but what it is I incorporate the circle stepping and the flowing, like basics from Bhagwar that I've learned. And the things like the locks and stuff that you might see in Aikido, and so I incorporate that. I've had some basic formal training in Bhagwar as well. So what I do is basically that. I incorporate some Bhagwar into my training methods anyway, of like Wing Chun and Tai Chi, let's say, with a bit of white crane. So with the circle stepping, you know, the Bhagwar seems to fit very well. And so sometimes it's good to review what you already know and recover, and to recover too, so you don't forget and like this and that. So it's like, although I might do a lot of like circle stepping anyway and twisting and that with the waist and movements, sometimes it's good to actually go back and actually review the actual formal training, like how to walk the Bhagwar circle or how to do a certain few traditional Bhagwar moves, you know what I mean? It's the same with me, my flexibility. I know so many flows with my body, how to flow. I kind of free flow, like wushu kind of fighting moves. A lot of it I've picked up from different things, like long fist wushu even as well, incorporated. But what it is like, I don't always practice my long fist wushu form, right? So sometimes I will come back and I'll review that, because I don't know so much about a long fist, but I know that particular form, and I've learned other forms in the past, which I can't remember now, sadly, that well. But I review that main form that I know sometimes, and it helps me to remember about the flexibility in certain flows. So you've got to review all you know and the different areas, because at the end of the day, if you were standing in the field in the middle of nowhere, or in the sea or something, you know, what would you be doing then? You wouldn't be trying to punch and kick things, and I'm trying to say it's like, you see, no matter how much you kick and scream, at the end of the day, you know, it's not going to do anything for you. It's like, you know, so what I'm trying to say is you might punch bags or you might punch concrete walls like I do. You know what I'm saying? And punch and use my arms to block and do training, like, you know, around trees and walls. Not going crazy, just gradually building up, but like really doing good training. I'm more tougher now than I used to be doing, you know. But you see, you're working the hard and the soft. But what I'm trying to say is at the end of the day, it's not about all those things really. You use things to help yourself, not beat yourself up or beat things down. You use yourself to help things to help you, and use things to help you help yourself to help them. It's all yin and yang and the total flow of nature. Good and positivity to make the world a better place and help people to be more peace in themselves, rather than constantly thinking about war. I'm not trying to help people to think about fighting and just think to fight, or the world's a dangerous place, you know, to defend yourself. I'm reminding people of that, and I'm trying to train people as well, help people to, you know, understand You train proper martial arts for that in real life. You know, for fitness that might help you save your life one day, or techniques that might help you save your life one day, or someone. But it's like you want to be free in your life. You want to avoid fighting and confrontation, and you want to look for peace wherever you go. It's the most important thing I'm saying, okay? So, you know, that's what I'm basically saying. And you're going around in your life, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you want to find peace at the end of the day where you don't have to be thinking about that, and you're training yourself. If you was alone, that's all you'd have your skills. You're just training on the ground here, just training your root, stretching your body, thinking about how you can feel comfortable in your body, flexible, stretching that back, like you stretch in the morning and you stretch your arms out, oh, so comfortable. You stretch your whole body. Breathe, flow, feel comfortable. Not on a camera or talking like this, or just thinking about fighting, and just feeling your body, how comfortable you feel stretching, doing a few movements to feel the strength, the burn, the sweat. You know, doing a few squats on the ground, or your stances and that, and stretching, you know, flowing with the hands, the coordination, the changes of the movements, the interest in it, depending on what knowledge you have. If you didn't have any knowledge of martial arts, or you had less knowledge, you'd have been making things up yourself anyway, like a lot of the true masters did anyway. True masters of martial arts, a lot of them in the history made it up themselves, and they studied from nature, what way the wind was blowing, or how they covered themselves from certain things, or how, you know, so they'd, you know, you make up, you learn about your balance, you learn about how to defend yourself and cover. So whatever you know that you practice, and it can become very interesting, practicing yourself, and you feel more comfortable. The more you push yourself through the pain, you feel stronger, and you don't go too intense, you know what I mean? And don't take your mind out of the box. You'll be more free in the world. Don't lock your mind in a prison of any kind, for anything, even if it's for a good cause, because at the end of the day that means you're in hell. Get yourself out of that immediately, get your open-minded, freely, you know, and just train your abilities and your strength, and that will come from the practice of that as well, you know. Okay, thanks for watching. Long video, Rambo talk, proper kung fu, Rambo covered in sweat. Now keep it real, thanks for watching. Train hard and stay safe. Keep it real. Any questions, just ask. But I'm just me, and the best answers come from within always. I'm happy to share what I can always now.